Good morning. It's Friday. And I'm so happy that it's Friday. Let's see. Okay. I am like grumpy. Getting some like weird emotions going through and it's just not a vibe. So I thought I would show you. I can't deal with this right now. I'm gonna have to deal with this right now. But I don't want to deal with this right now, but it is what it is. I'm gonna have to. I have so much work to do and I have stuff I want to do this weekend. Like I want to go have fun and stuff. So I'm gonna show you a little bit about like what I do to like move out of this fucking feeling of being grumpy is all get out. Okay. BRB. I need to close my window. That's better. I literally could not focus knowing that people outside could hear me possibly talk about this, even though, you know, I'm talking about emotions and it probably would do them good. It's just like, oh, are those people thinking I'm crazy? Are those people judging me? Even though I know it's none of my business what their thoughts are about me is still kind of plays on me, and like it's not a vibe right now because my mind is already like being weird, being so weird. I wish I could share the emotions that are like here heavy on my chest right now, but honestly it's just not appropriate to share, so I'm not gonna. But I am gonna show you what I do when I feel this way, because like I can't afford to feel this way right now, and setting it aside is not working. Usually I can be like, okay, brain, like set this aside, we'll table it, we'll come back to it later. Nope, it's like now, right the fuck now, bitch. And I'm like, okay, someone's spicy today. Okay, so let's do this. Okay, I already set my diffuser up, so I'm getting some like nice calm smells, so that way my body could be like, bitch, come down from the sunlight. Okay, I also got my coffee cup. It's always coffee time. It's from the Pink Rose Cafe here in San Diego. I met my life coach who I had been working with for over 2 years. I met her there for the first time ever. And so like this cup already feels like it's got good juju. It's like very calming to me. It feels very good to me. So I have that with me. I'm drinking my coffee. It's great. Literally, I'm like so worked up that my stomach is like going. My stomach's coming into it and it's like, you get it. Okay, so the very first thing I need to do is like breathe. Okay, so the reason why I'm sharing this, other than this is my vlog and I can do whatever the fuck I want, is because maybe you experience the same thing and maybe you can be like, oh, I could do that and ground in a little bit, so that way you can like up here, maybe you're up here, maybe you're at like a 10 with it, and maybe you can come down a little with me. You're more than welcome to always do the EFT tapping sequence that I posted. It's in another video, and that is probably something I will do in a little bit as well. But for right now, I'm like, I know what I'm doing in this moment is going to help. Okay, so I'm going to share it with you. The very first thing I do is I use my little roll-on. And I actually am an affiliate with a company called Oshadi Oils. You can find it like on my Instagram. You can find it on my link tree, anywhere. And this is like one of the roll-ons they have. There's a whole bunch on there. And if you're seeing this, feel free to message me if you need recommendations for an oil. And excuse me, I can send you a couple. I'm actually in the middle of doing that right now for another coaching client. I'm compiling like a list of oils. She's like, I really want something that uplifts me and calms me down. So I'm sending her some oil recommendations. This is the only oil company I work with because They are perfection. I could do a whole video series on them. Let me know if that's something you want. But anyways, I put this roller all over my hand. Can you see how oily it is now? Yeah. This is actually something I do before, like, I see clients too. I keep looking at, like, my screen, not like you. So okay, so this warms up the oil and it gives out the scent. Doing that, and also it just feels good. I'm gonna put my hands over my face and I breathe. That alone helps so much. Peekaboo. Sorry. I'm not very serious sometimes. Okay. I do that. I actually do it a couple times. Oh my God. I remember why I'm so worked up. I had nightmares last night. They were so bad. Dude, they were so bad. Oh my God, I just remembered them. Yikes, that's gross. Oh. They were like so realistic, like I could feel it. Oh God. Okay. So I'm gonna quite literally take you through what I'm gonna do with that, okay? So ooh, I'm already feeling a little better. I have been struggling really bad with PTSD, and I haven't shared it with a lot of people, but some of it comes from nursing. Fortunately, I could do a whole series on that. And then some of it is complex PTSD. And anyways, it's showing up in like nightmares in my nervous system. So that's that. Now I see, this is what this is what is so interesting. Like when you sit there with your like emotion for a second, like when you're feeling something heavy on your chest and it's like not going away, even if you're like tabling it, and like I want you to know, like, I don't table an emotion to get rid of it. I table an emotion like, hey, I need to focus on this, but I'm gonna come back to that emotion, right? Because if you're just like, there's a difference between tabling it and just pushing it down inside of you. And if you're just pushing it down inside of you, it's going to come up eventually. And it's going to come up in a few ways. Either you like losing your shit, you dealing with a deep depression, anxiety. It also comes out in forms of disease in the body, like, because it gets stuck in your muscles and your tissues, and it creates disease that way. So when I talk about tabling, I'm not talking about stuffing down, okay? But anyways, this was like such a big emotion that like I needed to work through. You know what? I'm actually just gonna share it with you guys. It's like I am moving into like a place where I am like doing like lab testing on clients and stuff like that, and I'm like, things are coming up like, oh, you're a fraud, oh, you're this, oh, you're that, and it's like, obviously I'm not, right? Like, I'm a nurse, I'm an Ayurveda practitioner, like I'm getting holistic certified, I'm not a fraud. But it's like that imposter syndrome kind of comes through, and then I start having nightmares about other things, and then that gets like stuck in my nervous system because of like the PTSD and stuff like that, and then it finally just feels like it's so heavy, like it's going to explode. So I have to like get it out, like shake it out. Like that even feels good right now. Or like breathe it out, or breathe it out. Anyways, so because of that, I can't just like put it aside. I have to like work through it. So just know that maybe this is something you can do. And this is why I wanted to share it. Not because I need anything from it. I don't need validation. I don't need anything. I get that from myself. But I know I'm not the only one experiencing this. And so maybe that's you too. This is very vulnerable. But I really wanted this place to be real and raw and authentic and unedited. And I'm not going to edit this video. I'm not going to take any parts out, even the parts of me crying. Because it's just like, it's fucking real, right? And I feel like no one talks about it. No one talks about the darkness that can happen. And I guarantee you, moms feel this way too. But like for me, I feel like I don't have much, right? Like, so I have to find ways to live for like my fucking self. I think it's important you live for your kids. But what if you don't have kids and you feel like you don't have anything to live for except to work and change lives? Like, that is fulfilling, but like that can't be all, right? Anyways, deep thoughts, deep shares. So take care of yourself after this video if you're watching this and you're feeling activated yourself. Maybe do some breathing. I still feel like I have more breathing to do. My favorite thing is to play around with scent profiles. That's one of the things that is so cool about Ayurveda, is that I learned about aromatherapy. In fact, I took a whole course on it. And we deep dived into aromatherapy. So I know exactly what scents to use to help calm me down. Like this one right here is so perfect. It's called Take Root, and it's a grounding oil. And I put it on my hands like that. And now that I've done it so much, right? Now that I have done this, like grounding this way so much, immediately I get the scent and I'm like, whew. It immediately calms me down. I do this right before client sessions even. Like every time I see a client, I always use this on my hands. I take a few deep breaths so that way when they come into their session with me, I am grounded and it is all about them. I'm always setting my energetic space. So anyways, that's what I did today, and it felt really fucking good. This has like black spruce in it, orange, geranium, tea tree, blue tansy. They're very calming scents. All these are very calming. And then last but not least, one other thing that I really wanted to do today was pull some cards for myself, just to like share like what I should be focusing on. And maybe that's not your jam, and that's okay. You can stop watching now. Thanks for showing up for this amount. I think that there's like a really, really big misconception here with oracle cards and even tarot cards. I think people think that you're messing with like double shit. I think that's further from the truth. In fact, I feel like I've been so full of like love and light, especially when I use oracle cards, that it's unreal. I always like ask for like source and love and light and universe and God even. And even sometimes I'll ask for like spirit and like my ancestors to be here, even though I don't feel like I know any of them. I don't know, it just makes me feel good. So coffee. I'm gonna make some tea later too, but this is one of my favorite decks. It's by Amanda Lovelace. I'm gonna put it on my Amazon storefront so that way you could find it there as well. But it's called Believe in Your Own Magic. And these cards are like to die for. I think they're so beautiful. Amanda Lovelace is like an amazing author. And she created these. And there's a lot of like plus size representation in this deck, particularly, which I can appreciate like no other. I put that on Do Not Disturb for a reason, and it still disturbed me. You know what's really crazy is like there's still some of these that like I still have not pulled. So today I am going to knock out any of the old energy, because I think I used this on I think I might have used it on some clients. These are one of the things I love doing with my clients, and all of my clients have loved like the readings that come out. This is like a superpower that I do not share enough of. I do like ridiculously accurate readings. I don't know why, but like they're always like crazy. They're like, what? Bringing in some new energy. Okay, so I'm gonna do a reading for me and for you today, and our reading is going to be the same, so I'm only going to pull once, but it is going to be a message for you and for me. All right, just shuffling these bad boys. So we're going to cut the deck 3 ways. Let me actually push this down so you can kind of see the table. Three. There you go. Oops. Okay. We got some good ones here. I don't know if you can see those. I'll show it to you. So cute. They're such a vibe. Okay. Now I'm gonna read them to you. Maybe. There we go. Technical difficulties. Stick with me. This is probably the longest YouTube video I've done so far. I love that for us. Okay, 1. Wings. Are you feeling better? Because I'm feeling better. Of course, this is for us. Beautiful. Okay. This is what it looks like. Okay. Okay, it says wings. You never needed those wings to fly. It seems like... Okay. It seems like you're stuck in a never-ending cycle of self-doubt and self-criticism. When you tell yourself you can't do whatever you set your mind to, that's what we refer to as negative self-talk. And it's extremely toxic. Just as we expect others to treat us with kindness, we also need to treat ourselves with kindness. A bird can't fly away if you never let it out of its cage. Can we talk about how spot on that was with like what I was talking about? How I had like so much imposter syndrome coming online, and it's like, bitch, why? Why? You're amazing. You're doing some really cool things. This one is which justice is coming. Justice, baby. This is really crazy because of my nightmare last night. Like, woo. Okay. They say that whatever we do comes back to us the same times 3. If a person's intentions are well-meaning, then that good energy will come back to them in buckets. If a person's intentions are to do harm, then you get the picture here. Either way, the universe is getting ready to deliver its justice. This person might be you. If so, you should handle it with grace and learn from your mistakes. Otherwise, this most likely applies to someone who's caused you harm to you or your loved ones. Well, there's that. Okay. This one, oh my god. This is like crazy. Sundress, do it for you. Again, look at that representation. She has this particular figure has that I want to say it's a skin disease where they have like the patches of, I've seen like white people with this, I've seen people of color. I think it affects literally everyone, but where they have like the patches of like whiteness or lightness. That is so cool. I love that. I love her. I love Amanda Lovelace. Okay, so do it for you. When it comes to healing and recovery, make sure you're doing it for yourself, not for someone else. Becoming too dependent on other people will only end in disappointment. People leave, friends drift. Family members become estranged. Your reason needs to be bigger than them, and believe it or not, you are important enough to be that reason. I am obsessed with this reading, especially that last one, because I think I talk about a lot how, like, what is there to like live for? I'm trying to answer that question as if I'm not enough to live for, right? Anyways, this was a chaotic video, I feel like, but I feel good now. I feel better. Maybe I can get some work done. And I hope you got something out of this video. Even though it was chaotic. So, that's where I'm at today. I hope you enjoyed it and got something from it. If not, thanks for listening to me babble on. I love you. I mean it. We'll talk soon.